What's up, guys? Today I got Jordan Anthony on here with me, Facebook ads and ClickFunnels expert basically, because he's gotten his clients some crazy results lately. That's why I wanted to bring him on. I met him on Facebook. So Jordan, would you be able to give yourself a quick intro on what you do and how you got here?
Hey, my name is Jordan. I started out as a video editor for a 7-figure Facebook advertisement agency, and from there, I really got a good grasp on marketing, and then I left and started my own agency.
Boom. So how did you actually get into this? How did you get into doing this right now, and how many clients are you at currently?
I am about 30-something paying clients, and total I have around 45 because some are on a trial right now.
Awesome. So Jordan actually put a quick presentation for you guys together, and there's gonna be so much value in this presentation. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna want to stick to the end on this video, because this is probably gonna be the most valuable video to date. And literally, 30 clients, like you just said. If you guys can get this down, you will make over $1 million a month if you have this down for your clients, one, and then two, you can utilize it for your own products down the line, or if you're going to do a course, whatever that may be. This is probably going to be if you can learn this and get this down, it is going to change your life, honestly. So let's get right into it.
All right, before we get into anything, I want you guys to understand the value ladder. Russell Brunson teaches this in his book, .com Secrets. You can pick it up for like $8, but this is so important when you are, going to pitch or going to, start marketing for somebody. Understand the value ladder. You need to make sure your clients understand the value ladder. If they don't understand this value ladder, then odds are you aren't going to close them. Now, when we start advertising, we're usually starting at the very bottom of this value ladder. And at the very bottom, we're either going to break even or we're going to lose some money, but that's okay because we make most of our money in the back end or later on down the line. So for example, we start off at the very bottom offering something free or we start off for free or something at a reduced price. Job or the client's job to move that client up the value ladder by selling additional products or services. For example, I filled this out for a yoga studio because I do a lot of work for yoga studios. But what I usually offer is 2 weeks of unlimited yoga for $21. Now, we make a little profit with this, but usually you won't make a huge profit margin with the offer you're going to use. That's why we usually lose money or we just break even. But for the yoga mat, so we're going to sell them a yoga mat, and then they're going to try to sell them on recurring classes or the 12-month membership. And now this is where the business makes a lot of money, because your membership is $99 a month. So that 12-month contract is worth around $1,180, somewhere around that.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Just a quick question for those who are not super familiar with the value ladder. Why would you offer something like such a low cost at the beginning compared to just going straight to a more middle thing, or even losing money on the very first offer?
That's a great question. The point of offering something at a reduced or free is to get people through the door. I mean, you're not going to make any business by having people stay home. The point is to bring people is for brand awareness usually, or just to get people through the door so you can sell them on their higher ticket products. Exactly. So let's say I'm losing $5 for every customer I bring, but $50 to get 10 clients through the door. And then 3 of those clients sign up for the 12-month membership. I've made, over 3,300 or 3,400, somewhere around there. And that is the whole point of the value ladder. You need to make sure that you and your clients realize that, okay, you're going to lose maybe a few dollars at the bottom of the value scale, but you're going to get so much more money bringing your customers through that value ladder. Once you guys understand the value ladder, then we can go into making a funnel. There's been plenty of people that message me and ask me, what should I be doing with my ad? And too many people expect to just run an ad and get results, but you need to have a game plan. And that is where the funnel comes into play. This is our game plan. We need to have a plan, and we need to have a strategic plan. We're going to have the ad, and where they're going to go from to the website, because there's too many distractions. So depending on our offer, we're going to create a landing page based on that offer, that specific offer. You're not going to have an about me section. You're not going to have a contact me, or you're not going to have all these other pages that a website has. You're going to create a single page with that single offer. So back to the ad, we offer something for free or for a reduced price, something of value, something that our customer will want. So for example, if we're trying to promote our yoga studio, we're going to offer, the yoga. Then we send them to the page with that offer where we're going to get their email, name, or phone number. And then from there, once they opt into our service, once they opt in for the offer, we're going to deliver the goods and offer immediate gratification. And what I mean by that is that we're going to offer something extra as an incentive to call the business. Now we send the business, the local business, the lead information, but we want to make it the leads to call the business. So what I usually do is I offer the 2 weeks of limited yoga for $21. I capture their name, email, and phone number. And then I say, on the thank you page, I say, thank you for opting in, call right now, and we will extend your 2-week trial, your 2 weeks of limited yoga for 3 weeks to 3 weeks. So that's basically what I mean by that.
Yeah, my favorite part is always on that thank you page, just upselling a little bit, because these people are already interested. If you can get them to take action right now, that's going to be really important, because a lot of times people will just straight up forget about stuff. Like, say, for example, you give away that 2 weeks free of yoga and you don't really put anything, you're just like, thank you, you're just saying thank you for getting the offer, but you don't really like tell them to do anything or give them an incentive to take action now. A lot of times they will forget, and that conversion rate's not going to end up being as high for your clients.
Exactly. And I'm glad you mentioned that they'll forget. That is why we do something called retargeting ads. Now, each page has a website .com/ whatever the location is. So what we want to do is we want to take this URL and we want to tell Facebook, remember the people that land on this specific page, and we want to exclude people that land on the thank you page. Now what that does is tells Facebook to, remember these people but exclude the people that actually opted in. That way we can create retargeting ads to the people that landed onto our landing page but didn't put in their information. This offer, be sure to opt in and be sure to get this offer before the time runs out. And we also want to do a second retargeting ad where we tell Facebook to also remember the people that got into the thank you page, to remind them to set up their appointment or to come in and set up their trial, whatever it is. You want to set up these retargeting ads, because this is honestly, retargeting ads give you the highest ROI, whether you're doing a Shopify store or advertising for local businesses. Targeting ads, because those give you the highest return on your investment.
For those of you guys that aren't doing this already, or if you're in social media marketing or you have your own agency, this is what I did to my agency. I just ditched everything else. I stopped doing posting. I stopped doing website optimization or all of that kind of stuff. I just stopped doing website creation, everything, and just did this, because this right here, this just simple Facebook ads and funnels is where I was making my clients 90% of the money. So I was like, why don't I just cut all this stuff that's taken me all this time and not even getting that many results when I just do this right here? You literally set it up one time. It takes a couple hours once you got the hang of it, and then you just run it from there, and it's just running automatically. You got these retargeting ads set up that are just retargeting people, and then if you have this set up right, honestly, your client will probably tell you to stop, because they won't be able to handle this many clients coming in, and then as soon as they need you again, just turn it back on. Simple as that. And once you get one niche too, like the yoga studio, you can literally copy this over and do it to another yoga studio. Just change the name, maybe a couple small things like that.
Exactly. And the best part about working with local businesses is this funnel is pretty much the same for all businesses. So, you could use this for dentists or chiropractic, jewelry stores. You can really take this funnel and just exchange the background and the logo and just change the offer, and it's ready to go. And like you said, I don't do anything other than Facebook ads. I have a client that's paying me $5,000 just for Facebook ads for 2 locations. Facebook ads is all you really need. I don't offer posting or doing all this extra work. Now, if somebody asked me, I'd be like, yeah, it's just going to be an extra like $100 or $200. Pay like a virtual assistant to do that. So now that we've gone through the whole funnel, there's a quick checklist. Make sure you guys understand the value ladder. Don't just memorize it. Don't just like plug and play everything. Actually know what you're doing, because Facebook might not work, next year. We don't know. We're not in control of that. But if you actually understand the value ladder and you actually understand the fundamentals of marketing, you'll be able to just hop onto whatever platform works best next. So understand that you are most likely going to lose money at the bottom of the value ladder. Money is made as you move the customer up the value ladder. Make sure that the advertisement and the landing page resemble each other. You don't want to scare your customer off if they see there's a huge difference between your ad and the landing page. Like if your ad's yellow, don't change, or if your like ad's blue, don't make your landing page like bright, like hot yellow. That would be really ugly. People that come to me, even though the agency that I worked before, they didn't do retargeting ads, and they were losing a lot of leads, and they were losing a lot of clients at a rapid pace. And retargeting ads aren't expensive. You could run these for like $5 a day, because you're only targeting like a small amount of people. I mean, $5 a week, not a day. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, these have the highest return on investment. You want to be retargeting people that don't put in their information and that do put in their but you want to be retargeting both. It's easier to sell to people that have already bought from you than to sell to cold traffic. And the last tip I have is, ad scarcity. Only X left. Make your customers feel like they have to take action immediately, or they're going to miss out on this amazing offer.
Yeah, 100% agree. One thing I will mention too is sometimes you can even, with retargeting ads, if you have a customer that already has some decent traffic to their website, maybe if it's like a car dealership or something, and they're getting like a couple, like 500 or 1,000 plus people to their website per month, then you can literally just do your ads straight only to people that have been to their website and get a huge return on investment off of that, because a lot of times they're not even like taking advantage of all that traffic that's already going to their website, and they're not retargeting it at all. And a lot of times you can make them a great ROI just from that alone, not even targeting any cold traffic.
But yeah, most of these people and most of these businesses have their own email list. It's just sitting there and they're not doing anything with it. So you can actually target those specific people.
Yeah, email list. You can put an email list and get a lookalike audience. You can do a lookalike audience based off people that have already went to their website, and those end up being a lot cheaper than just straight up like cold, even though it's still cold. When you're bidding against other people through like interests and behaviors and stuff, Facebook charges you more compared to whereas you have a complete custom audience made up.
Exactly. That's why I love Facebook. They make it so easy. Just people overcomplicate it. Just don't try to overthink it, guys. It's very after you understand it, it's a very straightforward process.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's almost insane how like simple this is to learn and to implement. And just like nobody's out there doing it. Like I don't even know any business in the whole area of Kansas City that's doing this right here.
No, honestly, I'm worried about. There's a lot of up and coming digital marketers right now. Do not worry about competition. There's over 28 million local businesses in the United States alone, and there's more than enough to go around. There's 28 million people businesses that need social media marketing help. So if that's what you're worried about, don't worry about that. I would honestly say that dropshipping has more competition than SMMA.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I think one of the main reasons behind that, I think, is because people are scared to go out and talk to business owners. When you think about it, the harder the barrier of entry, the less competition you're going to have.
Yeah, I completely agree. And sales is still my biggest weakness. That's my biggest weakness is sales. I still get nervous, psych myself out. I still become an emotional wreck when I hear no.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to this last one real quick.
All right. This is just the results I got with my last yoga studio client with this exact funnel and this exact approach with the value ladder. I got a total of 21 leads. We spent $88.29. Now I ran this ad for 2 days because I was split testing. Out of those 21 leads to the actual yoga studio, and out of those 12, 5 of them signed up for a 12-month membership. So that resulted in a profit over $6,000.
That is ridiculous. Was the yoga studio like a big size? Could they like afford your services like to keep going? And even though they wouldn't make that money back until over 12 months, or do they like pay it up front? Because that's one of the problems that I've come across, is that the businesses can't like afford, because they're waiting to get that return on investment a little bit. Sometimes they can't afford to get it straight up front. So if you come across that problem?
Actually, I lost this client because the studio was actually too small. Like they couldn't actually fit everyone into this building.
Yeah, that is one of the tough things. Like honestly, is like you can get the small clients; they're a little bit easier to get. But the thing is, like a lot of times you can almost like grow them too fast for their own good, and that can be one of the difficult things. Like that's happened to me personally before. So from there, I wanted to ask you this. This is what I was really curious about, and I think this is the main thing that people struggle with. How do you actually go about getting clients? Like what's the main process that you go through to get most of your clients?
All right. Well, I have a few, but I'm gonna tell you like two of two things I do. The first thing I do is I don't go in to pitch. I usually go in with a note. I don't even have a business card or a website. I don't have either.
That's hilarious.
I just have funnels. Like I just have a funnel for like my ebook or whatever, but like I don't have a website or anything. I have a logo, but that's about it. Anyways, I go in there and I just introduce myself. I give like if I'm going to a dental office, I'll give them like 24 donuts. And, I'll just introduce myself. I'll shake their hand. I'll meet everybody in the office. We'll become friends. And then from there, I don't know if you've realized, but every time you go into pitch, you get these nasty stares. That happens to me. It's like nasty stares and these nasty vibes. Like they're thinking, oh gosh, he's going to come and pitch to us. But then when I hand them the donuts, like their mood completely does a 180, and they're very receptive to what I'm saying. They're happy that I'm there. And from there, it's just really easy. Like I'm just like, listen, I'm doing this thing, this digital marketing thing, and these are the results I've gotten. And I was really hoping that I could have 10 minutes with the business owner just to show them the results. If I can't provide real value, I just want you to give me a chance, see what I have to say. And if I feel it going south, they're like, oh well, he's busy, then I'll invite him to lunch. You have to remember the value ladder. So if I spend $20 on donuts, or like $20, $30 on a lunch or dinner with the business owner, I'm only working them up my value ladder, and the end result is a $1,500 a month recurring client.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good way to think about it, especially like a lot of you guys will be like, oh, that's cheap. I might not even get them. I'm going to spend some money on donuts. But like you got to take into consideration like the same thing we just taught you that you're trying to teach clients. Like you may be negative for a little bit, but that's going to build up your value ladder to your other services.
And there's other ways that you can that are better, that's also cheaper. Like you can go to the store and get some cookie dough. That's super cheap, and sometimes that works better because it shows that you put in time and you really wanted to meet them.
You said cookie dough? That's awesome. I would have never I honestly never really thought of that before, to like come in and like bring donuts or anything like that. I think that's a really good idea, and just like completely change the mood around. You do any cold calls at all, or not really?
I do. I've tried some just to test the script I was writing. Basically, if you've ever taken a course, or if you've taken, or if you're watching these YouTube videos, I would consider yourself, I don't like calling people students, but for me personally, that's how I got most of my clients. I was like, hey, look, I'm a student, and part of my, digital marketing class requires me to get some case studies. And I was hoping I could like volunteer, for about 5 days and get you guys some great results. These are the results I've been getting. And then after that, I upsell them and I sell them on the service.
Yes, I've done that before too. I love pulling the student thing, even though I dropped out of college like a year ago.
The student?
Yeah, just like pull the student thing and be like, oh, I'm just trying to learn, but really you already know how to do it, but you're just going to like upsell them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow, I didn't expect these to get such good results.
And one thing that converts a lot that not a lot of people are doing, because you guys need to understand that you guys need to take the time for each client. So if I'm going to a client, I'll have an ad already made for them. I'll have their landing page already built with their logo and everything. And then when I show that to them, they're like, wow, we need to get this going because this looks really awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's like, I've mentioned this before. instead of like just reaching out to like as many clients as you can, if you can just like take the time to prospect the right one that can afford your services, that are already doing a little bit online, so they see the value of like online marketing, and then you can go in and just like make a custom, whether it's an audit or if it's just like a custom funnel. That's what I've been doing more often, is doing like a custom funnel and a custom like Facebook ad for everybody that I go into. And literally, like, once I have it made up for that niche, all I have to do is just change the pictures and the name between each one. And it literally takes me like 5 minutes, but it looks like it took me like a couple hours to make them completely custom for their business. And they're going to be really impressed with that. And they're going to, like, when they see their own business within these funnels, they're going to feel like, wow, that's something that we definitely need to do.
Definitely. And guys, keep in mind that, my closing rate is around like 70%. One of the biz, I don't pitch at all. I tell them, can I take you out to dinner or lunch? We go to dinner, we have a great meal. I take them through the value ladder. I take them through their personal funnel and their personal landing page. And by the end, we've enjoyed a great dinner. We've gotten to know each other. And it's harder to say no to somebody you know pretty well.
100% agree. So were you actually gonna go and see one of your funnels today? Are we allowed to see it?
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's do not have to overthink this. It's very, very easy. It's a 2-page funnel, very easy. You put the logo here. You put the offer here. Like, I would call out my customer, like, hey, Orlando, get your 2 weeks of unlimited yoga for only $21. Normally, I'd put a video here. But if you can't get your client to give you a video, then I would just put in a message or something that'll move, like a little story, like, hey, I've been practicing yoga for 2 years, and in life, people get fit and to have and to build a healthy lifestyle. And then I put the countdown timer down here just for scarcity. And then once they click give me my voucher, which I would also put, only 27 vouchers left, get your voucher now. Once they click give me my voucher, a little pop-up will appear. They'll put in their name, email, and phone number. They'll click give me my voucher, and it will send them to that thank you page. Now, this example is for a dentist. That's why it says receive a free teeth whitening kit. But I'll say check your email for your voucher. Someone from our office will contact you shortly to confirm your appointment. Now, again, our job, we want to make their job a little bit easier, so we're going to add, due to a limited availability, call now to receive a free teeth whitening kit. We'll put their phone number and their address. Now, another thing that I usually do, I will take a square where their office is, and put it right here, because that, when people see that, it makes them feel like that's a real place.
Exactly. And plus, like, especially if you're trying to get, like, if it's a gym, for example, and they're trying to just go there right now, they can literally, like, they already know how to get there. They may even just, like, copy and paste the address, or you may even have, like, a button that goes to the Google Maps address. Do you have a Facebook ad, like, example real quick, like a picture? I don't know if you would have one, but if you don't, I have one that I can show them real quick.
All right, so it says, hey, Orlando, for a limited time, new patients get an exam, teeth cleaning, and x-ray for only $21. Only 27 vouchers left. And then I'll, just in case they don't want to go down here to click it, I'll put it like right next to that, above the fold. So like, how it says see more usually, and you have to click that to read the rest of the ad.
Yeah.
I usually like to put the link above that. So just in case they some people scroll past that. Then I put a little story, something about the business or about, who they are. So I'll write something along the lines of, hello, I'm Dr. Joe Smith, and I have been serving years. Nothing brings me more happiness than giving people a bright, healthy smile. It is my mission in life to serve everyone in my community. So for a limited time, get your voucher for a exam, cleaning, and x-ray for only $21. Only 27 vouchers left, and then I'll put in the link again.
Perfect. Yep. I mean, literally, it's that easy. All he did was make a Facebook ad, wrote this up. You can kind of there's lots of templates you can go off. Like, this was a pretty good one you can look at. You can apply this to any niche. You kind of have, it's basically like the same thing for almost all niches too, which is crazy. You're just changing the wording a little bit, like what makes their business different. You might hit on a couple pain points depending on what kind of business it is. Make up the Facebook ad. You literally make those couple pages in a funnel, and then I'll set up the retargeting, set up some basic targeting, and then just run it. And then you can easily make $1,000 per month. That's like the minimum that you should probably charge for this kind of service. Just do $1,000 per month. You can even say like, hey, you don't have to pay until we start getting you the first couple of leads, and just run something like this. And it's really going to be that easy to make a really good return on investment for their business. That's why I cut everything else out of my social media marketing agency. If you just do this right here, you're going to make a lot of money, especially if you start doing it later on for your own products.
Exactly. What I like to do is after like 2 or 3 months, I'll be like, listen, I showed you I can get amazing results. Like that, I worked with a chiropractor leads in 30 days, and that resulted in about 40 new patients, which is crazy. It's like my best results to date. But I got them on a 12-month contract because of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you do any Google AdWords or anything like that, or just purely Facebook ads?
Purely Facebook. I'm getting into Google now, not for local businesses, just for like my own stuff. But I recommend everyone to just understand the fundamentals of advertising, play everything, to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because if you really want to invest into this type of business, it's good to have that knowledge so the platform doesn't really matter. You know the information. And
then once you do this, you can even make a Facebook ad for your own agency. You can be like, hey, you want to learn how I ran this ad for a dentist in your area, and then target other dentists all across the U.S. And it's just so much potential in this business. And the fact that I found this, I feel like so blessed almost, because it's so simple to make a really good income, help a lot of businesses. So I hope this video helped you guys out. I want to thank you a lot, Jordan, for coming on this video. This was super helpful for not just only me, but it's going to be super valuable for everybody that's going to come to my channel and watch this video. So with that said, you guys should definitely check out Jordan's channel. I'm going to put him first thing in the description. Also, I would highly recommend ClickFunnels. You get this free t-shirt too, just for the free trial. I'll put that in the description too. Reason I would recommend ClickFunnels is because like when I got it just like 2 weeks ago, and I'm sure you can attest to this, Jordan, like when I first got it, my whole mindset just completely changed on what I was doing. There's so much potential in it, and it's like $99 a month, which is super expensive. But at the same time, it was like, this is the most valuable $99 I've ever spent. That's honestly how I felt, because it's so simple and straightforward to get things set up for clients. Literally just duplicate the same funnel, it's such an easy interface to go off of. Like, what's your opinion on ClickFunnels, honestly? Like, you can like, if it's bad, I want your honest opinion.
I hate No, I'm just kidding. I love ClickFunnels, man. I use it for everything. I have the $300 a month program.
Yep.
And honestly, like, for $300 a month, you can't get an email autoresponder, and send a limited amount of emails. You can't. It's a package. You have, this thing called Backpack. If you guys are going to come out with like a course or something, you could set up affiliates like super easy on there. It just has so much value. And for those of you that want to try this out and that, don't have $97 a month, create the free trial, cancel it immediately, and you'll get a $37 a month option.
And you get like 5 funnels. Normally for the $99, you get like 20. So even if you don't have the $99 per month, you can still be able to use it for a couple clients.
And if you message them, you're like, hey, can I extend my trial? They'll extend it another 14 days.
Well, I really appreciate having you on, Jordan. This was super helpful. And I hope this helped you guys. And have a great day. Or out. Check his channel down in the description below, and make sure you subscribe. It's brand new, so he only has one video up, but there's going to be a lot more value coming to his channel soon. So have a great day, guys. Me and Jordan are out.